So guys, you know what you do? Or you know where to stand when the room that you're in is cold? You stand in the corner. You know why? Because it's always 90 degrees. I think that might actually be the very first time I ever started one of these videos with a joke. So, happy Thursday, everybody. Yep, it is Thursday. Woo! So, yeah. We're Thursday now. The week is almost over. Just gotta get through these next couple of days. But I'm confident that we'll make it through. Because if there's anything I learned from watching High School Musical, it's that we're all in this together. Okay, so, yeah, that's like the song everybody knows, even though personally my favorite song from that movie was Breaking Free, but that's just me. And I can't really think of anything that can help me rhyme or anything like that. Anyway. So, yeah, wow, I can't believe I'm blanking out right now again. I know, it's weird, because I wake up feeling, pretty good. I actually wake up with my 3 H's intact. I actually call myself, that's actually what I'm calling it now, the 3 H's, which is happy, hopeful, and humble. Those last two should really sound familiar, shouldn't they? So, let's see. I'm waking up happy, hopeful, and humble, but lately I've noticed that I have trouble coming up with topics for videos, and whatever I talk about just sort of happens to fall on the spot right there. I guess in a way you could call this fourth wall breaking. And I'm laying next to not laying, but leaning my back on technically 2 of them. So would that technically make the 2 walls in front of me the 3rd and 4th wall? I don't know. So, yeah, it's so confusing. Okay, so, working on this project that I'm working on, I'm actually discovering a lot of things about myself. Things that I didn't really think I knew that I had. I mean, a few days ago about the other day I mentioned that, the perfect metaphor for the fact that nobody's worthless is we are all $100 bills. I mean, don't get me wrong, I never thought I was worthless per se, but at the same time, if there was ever a saying that best emphasized that, it was that right there. Actually, what I don't think I have talked about yet. It's, the fact that for the longest time, and you probably may have figured, and anyone who has my first name has probably had this done to them as well. It's that there's literally a channel with my name in it. Yes, I'm talking about Nickelodeon. And honestly, to this day, a lot of things on Nickelodeon still hold up. I mean, up until just a couple years ago, they had episodes of SpongeBob that weren't very good. But, in terms of I guess you can call them Nicktoons still, because technically they're on Nickelodeon, they are cartoons. Nicktoons have actually been pretty relevant throughout our lives. People like to say how nostalgic they are about shows like Ren and Stimpy and Rugrats and Doug, and I gotta level with you. I was there from the very beginning, and how about I talk about all the Nicktoons that I watched when I was a kid? Because I guess I can give you an insight to our taste. I mean, off the bat right there really wasn't any Nicktoon I hated necessarily. Or if it was on, I immediately avoided watching just because I didn't like it. Although I did find some were definitely better than others. And by some were better than others, I mean pretty much all of them were good except for Doug, which I thought was kind of on the boring side. I mean, my favorite Nicktoon of all time is Rugrats. It is. You know, Tommy Pickles was my favorite character. Like, literally speaking, he was my boy. That's how awesome I thought he was. In fact, when I was a kid, I once told myself that when I grow up and I have a family, you know, if I have boys, you know, Tommy is going to be named. Tommy is going to be the name of one of my boys. Partly because of the fact that, again, Tommy Pickles, and also because of Tommy Oliver. And who is Tommy Oliver, you might ask? Tommy Oliver was the Green Ranger on Power Rangers. He was the White Ranger on Power Rangers. He's possibly the greatest Ranger of all time. Yes, for those of you who don't know, Tommy from Power Rangers' last name is Oliver. So, yeah, that was really cool. It's funny I'm talking about Nickelodeon and Power Rangers because Nickelodeon has the rights to Saban, and Saban is Power Rangers, and Nickelodeon is showing episodes of Power Rangers. So, I guess it all comes full circle. Which is actually kind of... That does remind me, though. When I was younger, the two channels I would watch the most were Nickelodeon and Fox Kids. And Cartoon... I would try and watch Cartoon Network, but for whatever reason, the reception at our home really wasn't that great. It took me years until I was finally able to watch shows like Dexter's Lab, Cow and Chicken, and Johnny Bravo. But that's a story for another. But actually, Cartoon Network is a video for probably another day. With that said, however, you know, there would always be like some sort of show that would conflict with like the time slots as to when I could watch like Power Rangers or any of the Nicktoons. In fact, there was one time when they also showed Garfield and Friends, and I loved Garfield and Friends. Would like interfere with watching Power Rangers? And don't get me wrong, Power Rangers would ultimately like show like reruns eventually, which of course I was able to watch. But you know, I want to be able to watch both shows, but I don't want to worry about switching channels between both. Because what if I miss something? That'd be bad. I don't want that. So yeah. So I thought Doug was boring, but not a bad show necessarily. Rugrats was awesome. Loved Ren and Stimpy. Loved Rocko's Modern Life. Loved All Real Monsters. Loved the Angry Beavers. You know, you name a Nicktoon, and chances are I will have probably have either watched it and or liked it or both. So yeah, there is definitely that. I'm talking about a channel that has my name in it, and my YouTube channel has my name in it. Coincidence? I think not. Incredibles reference. So, yeah, there is. That's something. You know, Nickelodeon's been part of my childhood for a long time. Not just obviously because it has my name in it, but I don't know. I always found that channel to resonate with me. Other than the fact that it has my name in it. So, yeah. And honestly, Nickelodeon now is doing better. I mean, SpongeBob actually got good again, which is awesome. And, you know, they had other shows that were really good, but they were canceled way too early because that was one definite problem Nickelodeon had for a while, is that they would have good cartoons on, but they were canceled because it's not as good as SpongeBob. And don't get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen, I love SpongeBob. You know, I've been known to reference SpongeBob on many occasions. But just because a show isn't as good as another doesn't mean it has the right to be canceled. Because, you know, you had shows like Tough Puppy and The Adventures of El Tigre, The Adventures of Manny Rivera, which I'm just saying right now, Butch Hartman, if you're ever watching this, you know, or if anyone from Nickelodeon is watching this, you know, get like Butch Hartman to come back, and then you have a crossover between Danny Phantom and El Tigre. Danny and Manny. Somebody please make that happen. Please make that happen. That would be like one of the greatest superhero crossovers ever. it would be, and even and it would definitely cement the fact that Nickelodeon is capable of doing sort of an in-shared cartoon universe. That'd be really cool, actually. Somebody please make that happen. I mean, I could make that happen, but I'm not very good at animation. I know some things about how cartoons work. I do. I mean, originally, way back when cartoons were like first invented, and this is actually what Mel Blanc, the voice of all the Looney Tunes, Bugs Bunny, Porky Pig, Daffy Duck, Speedy Gonzales, Tweety Bird, Sylvester, all of them. He said that how the process worked was, you had about 125 animators, I believe. And over the span of 9 months, with the cost of $50,000, that's what it took to make one 7-minute cartoon sketch, or basically one episode of Looney Tunes that was like 7 minutes long, So, it took a lot of effort and money. I mean, nowadays, shows like that are twice, even 3 times as long, within the span of a half an hour, of course. And with the way we're using technology, such as animations getting better, and the invention of flash animation, which people are which can be very much hit and miss. It can. I mean, one of the best shows I saw in the late 2000s, by comparison to others, was Total Drama. Total Drama Island, Total Drama Action, those shows. That show was good, but the flash animation was a little bit on the sketchy side. With that said, though, it was still, pretty good. Oh, 16. 16 was also really good. I really liked 16. And funny, 16 I first saw on Nickelodeon. So, yeah. Again, it all comes full circle. And honestly, the best flash animation I've ever seen, as of now, I actually have to go with the DuckTales reboot. Yeah, it's really good flash animation. Like, really, really good flash animation. Partly because, it's not like, unlike most cartoons that use flash animation where they have to send it, like, out of the country to, like, Korea or something like that, where the animators do that. Disney's flash animation for DuckTales has been pretty much in-house, which means Disney keeps their eyes on it, like, extensively, to make sure nothing goes wrong and to make sure the quality turns out awesome. Much in the same way that I try and make these videos turn out awesome, in spite of my very limited resources. And by very limited resources, I mean I pretty much just get ready for the day, make sure I'm fully dressed, and of course, have my phone on me. So, yeah. In a way, I use entertainment to talk about entertainment to emphasize entertainment. So, like, favorite, share, and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. I could really use the support. Follow me on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. And always remember, if any of you guys, almost forgot the actual outro. I'm hopeful that I made this video for all you guys to watch and enjoy for today. I'm hopeful that we all have a wonderful Thursday. And remember, if any of you guys ever want to talk or chat, I'll always be here to lend an ear, and I'm always going to have your back. So take care. And since it's Thursday, we got a new episode of Hot Ones. I'm so excited. All right. So yeah, Hot Ones. New episode. Definitely going to watch that. Again, something to look forward to on Thursday. Take care, everybody.